Set up a translation service in the ServiceNow Dynamic Translation application. Dynamic translation enhances communication by automatically translating user-generated text, such as work notes or descriptions. We'll demonstrate the translator integration using Microsoft Azure, but similar steps apply for other translation services. Let's take a look. To integrate the translation service, we need to copy the Microsoft Azure API authentication key and connection URL from the Azure account portal. Your connection URL will probably be different from the one displayed here. And if you're unsure of how to obtain the API key or which Azure URL to use, please check with your Microsoft administrator. First, let's create a credential using the API key. In our ServiceNow instance, we'll navigate to Connections and Credentials. Credentials. Then, start a new credential record and select the type of credential. In this case, it's API key credentials. We'll name the credential and add the API key. Then, submit. Our credential is created. Next, we need to create a connection between the dynamic translation application and the translation service. Let's navigate to Connection and Credential Aliases. A connection record for Microsoft Translation has already been created and pre-configured as part of the Dynamic Translation plugin. We'll open the record to finish the configuration. We are currently in the Global Application Scope. Let's edit this record in the Local Application Scope. Next, initiate a new connection. We'll give it a name. Then, search for and select the credential we already created. Now, we'll add the connection URL. If you have a regional subscription for your Microsoft Azure account, add it under the Attributes tab. We'll add our region, East US, and submit. Finally, let's activate the translator. We'll navigate to Translator Configurations and open the partially pre-configured Microsoft Translator. Again, we need to edit this record in the Local Application Scope. First, we set the translator as active, then set Microsoft as our default translator. Notice there's an option to make Microsoft our default for detection. We're going to make ServiceNow our default. Let's update the Microsoft translator and then open the ServiceNow translator. Select the default for detection option and update. The Microsoft Translation Service is active and set as the default translator, while the ServiceNow translation is our default for detection. Dynamic translation is ready to be enabled on fields that you configure. To learn more, see our product documentation or knowledge base, or ask a question in the ServiceNow community.